My name's Mark Dawes and welcome to markdawes.com. Well, this is a website for you and it's also a website about you. I mean, just stop for a second and think about this. Have you ever thought about the way you think? Or, more precisely, have you ever thought about the way you think about the way you think? You see, many years ago I became interested in our psychology, how we actually think as human beings. And many of you may know me from the more traditional aspect of my business, which is the physical skills side, the coaching and the instruction side. But what was really fascinating for me many years ago was how a change in a person's thought pattern can produce a change in their behaviour. Now, that led me on a route where I started to study NLP, quantum mechanics, and lots of other interesting areas. Because physically, up to a point, we can only improve so much. And studies have shown time and time again that when you apply good psychological training to any aspect of what you do, the output gets better. Now, NLP is something I've studied, as I've just mentioned, and it stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And if you take it as basic premise, in other words, what it says on the tin, neuro means neurological, linguistic means language, and programming means how your neurology and your language program you. We are human beings, and human beings are habit-producing animals. And most of our competencies, the things that we do without thinking, are actually a result of internal, mainly unconscious processes that we have, which were once probably conscious. But think about this, the linguistic side of what I've just spoke about. We have an internal dialogue of between 48 to 60,000 words a day, depending on which research report you read. 48,000 to 60,000 words a day. Now, if some of those words are functional, your output will be functional. If some of those words are dysfunctional, your output will be dysfunctional. But here's the thing, many people go through life not controlling the way they think or the internal dialogue they have, and they leave things up to chance. Question for you, what if you could learn to take control over the way that you talk to yourself? What if you could learn to take control over the way you use your psychology and your physiology to produce maximum output? What if you could do this, you could tap into those resources on demand? That's something that I've been studying for years. And I've worked with many of the greats. I've been on courses with all sorts of people, Dr. Richard Bandler, Paul McKenna, Tony Robbins, and not just from that aspect of it. I've implemented what they taught me into my professional training, into my business, and into some of the therapies I've used to help people get better. And I mean help them get better in a heartbeat. Not 5 years on a couch, non-directive therapy, busting phobias in a heartbeat. But here's the thing, one of the most powerful things about this aspect of the business is that it can change the way you think forever. It can remove those limiting beliefs. If you're watching this and you're thinking, I need to do something with my life, I need to improve, but I don't know what to do, and I want to start a business, or I want to do this, or I want to achieve this, or I want to do that, but you're talking yourself out of that, that's that internal dialogue that we can help you change. Because if you change that internal dialogue, you literally change your life. Start asking yourself the right questions and you'll start to change the quality of your life exponentially. I promise you that. Now, the beauty of what we've done over the years is that we've actually condensed this down. We've looked at all the programs that were started in the 70s by Dr. Bandler and Dr. Grinder, and we've reduced this down. We've used Occam's razor to actually reduce this down to a workable, functional, quick way of changing the way you think. That's what this website's committed to. Because if you can improve the quality of your life, you improve every area of your life. If you want to be happier, if you want more fulfilling relationships, if you want to be more successful in business, if you want to improve your performance if you're an athlete, this is the site for you. Now, please feel free to browse the site. We have articles up there. You can go and read many of the articles. We have courses regularly that are coming online. We have courses that you can attend, seminars and events. I would urge you though, whether you choose to come and train with us or whether you don't, to start thinking about the way you think. Just consider for a moment, if you could learn one thing that could change the course of your life for the better, would you be willing to do it? Thanks very much for visiting the site, and I hope to hear more from you later on. By the way, before you go, there's a free sign-up box down the left-hand side. Please enter your email address and your name, and we will send you information. You can unsubscribe at any time. We won't force you to do anything you don't want to do. That's not what we're about at all. But put your name and email address in there, and we'll send you information, free updates, free gifts even, and lots of information about courses when they come online. Thanks ever so much for listening.